Hi, I'm Nyesha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
Welcome to a special edition of Education One. This week, we're going to have an in-depth look into what is MC Square, what is actually Education One, and where have we been in the last 10 years. We call this actually a special edition Behind the Scenes. In 1997, a proud, beautiful, a person from overseas came to me and says, hey, I want you to start an educational program and I want you to help inner city kids. This lady came from Cuba in 1952. She moved to New York. In 1978-79, she left New York and came to Connecticut. She loved Hartford. She met a lot of people in Hartford. And she felt that this was the breeding ground of actually helping inner city kids because it was actually indifferent, a little diverse, and it was a little less actually crowded than actually a New York City or a Bronx, New York. The person I'm talking about is actually my mother, Myrtle Cephasl. In 1997-98, I actually expounded and went out my way and see exactly what my mother was actually talking about. And I wasn't sure exactly how to do this. But again, I said that since she sent me to private schools all my life, let me try to help out what she did for me, my parents. Later that year, my mother died from lung cancer, and it left a void in my life. From 1997 to the present, I actually picked up the torch, the sword, and actually built one of the most successful nonprofits that is actually in Connecticut. We're a private nonprofit that actually we deal with 64 individuals for the last 13 years. We do not get paid. We all volunteered. We all built something with education. Everything I said to everyone, everything is numbers. Everything is built around actually the word E, education. How Education One was formed was through a brainchild of a friend of mine named Sam McCauley that actually runs AccessTV.org. And he said to me, why don't you build a program on the internet, something of what you love, as that is education. So we did. We built it a year ago. From all the MC Square projects, all the MC Square running around the United States and meeting people and helping people, now we're actually live on the internet, looking at thousands and talking to people every day, every week, that we can actually bring what we need to bring to actually the Hartford Regent to tell them exactly how education is so important to one, especially to a minority child. My life is actually engraved in this program because I believe in actually every child could be black, white, green, and red that is actually low income, that is actually within the 25 worst towns in Connecticut that they need help to get to where they have to be in life. We do with dropouts, we do with truancy, we do with a little bit of difference in everything, but the thing that we're looking at is actually looking within the heart of a youngster or a teen between 15 and 19 and trying to actually sculpt them and breed and build what's in them exactly what they need to be within life. What we're looking at right now is an in-depth scope of actually how MC Square actually works. What we have actually done, we took everything scientific in math and science and built it around what they like to do in life. It could be hip hop, It could be jazz. It could be music. It could be actually tiddlywinks. I would never look at someone and tell them they could not succeed in it. But what we have looked at is the financial piece of it, how a youth can actually go forward and actually help their family out. Today, everything is run by numbers and zeros and ones and zeros. Everything is moving faster than the speed of light. What I've actually said to kids, we don't have to really run that fast. Run the way you want to run the distance the way you want to run, and actually build around what's coming at you. If you don't have a business plan or you have a roadmap, you cannot go anywhere. So I say to everyone right now that if you're looking to build something, if you're looking to harness something, if you're looking to actually develop something, you can actually look at my website, mcsquare-nets.org, or you can actually call me or email me at mc2nets@yahoo or 860-212-8164. What we're actually trying to propose within the world of MC Square is something that is not thinking out of the box. There's no box when it comes down to education. If you're looking at to succeed, if you're looking at to be an entrepreneur, if you're looking at to be anything you want to be, the elements is already placed for you there. The only thing you have to do is reach out and grab it. That's what we're trying to actually teach the kids within the MC Square world. We had 282 kids that come through the program, and out of the 282 kids, we had 225 successfully actually graduate, go on to higher education. Some went on to grad school. Some built their own business. Some actually came back and gave back to MC Square. We're trying to actually build leaders in this world today, because since there's a global market, emerging markets, it's just not in Hartford anymore or in Connecticut and New York. You're talking about competing against people in Finland, in South Korea, in England. This is worldwide. This is something that one has to actually look at. How do you get to where you have to be in life? There's stepping stones. There's places in one's life. There's mentorship. There's things that you have to sit down and actually breathe and take in and say, hey, let me take a step back for a second and say, you know something? I'm doing something wrong here. My business plan is a little off. Let me see if I can tweak it or change it around or look at actually a different career if that one is not working. Don't be afraid of saying, you know something, I'm wrong. Everything can be corrected. Nothing in life is a failure. I feel that when you look at something and says, hey, you know, I did something wrong, I'm going to say, well, whatever you did wrong, we can just change it around and we can still go forward. We don't have to go back. What you have learned actually in failing something, or as the kids, is actually learning. So what I'm saying to everyone now is that in the MC Square world, nothing actually is failure. It's actually something of learning. Since I started MC Square years ago, I have actually learned through trial and error. I wasn't sure exactly how to actually tackle this particular problem and dropout and truancy. I wasn't sure exactly if the kids was going to actually embrace a person like Sam Cephasl or anyone within the MC Square family. But I had people, mentors like a Muhammad Ahmed or a Pastor Wade Lanier or a Stan McCauley. Or we had other people like Nyesha McCauley. We had people that was humble. And I found those type of people that says, you know something, I cannot do everything. So what I ended up doing, I met people along the way in the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years and says, you know something, let these people do what they do best. So through the 15 years from 1997 plus, we had 60 plus people come through to do what they do best, to help me out. I keep telling everybody, you know, they says, well, you know, Sam, you know, you built MC Square. No, other people helped me build MC Square. I am not just the face alone. There's multitudes of people that came through to help me to get where I have to be right now. And we're still building. We're still thriving. We're still doing things that, you know, we're still learning. We're still trying to actually climb the ladder in a way that to show people through humbleness and actually through honesty how to actually help people or help kids to succeed in life through education. Education is the key. Disney built his own business off of Jiminy Cricket and different characters off education. You have to think as a creator of creation, as a Disney or Einstein or Edison. These people just didn't just come up the other day and says, well, this is going to work. It took them a number of years to build something. Einstein died building E equals MC squared. They said it was 28 known galaxies. Well, a guy named Mr. Sagan, astronomer Sagan, came out and says, well, we'll go beyond that. Both people have actually died and went on. There's other people that actually took their place and expounded on what they're doing. I'm excited about what I'm doing at MC Squared and Education One Snapshot. Because the thing about it is, this is something that is a passion. This is something I've been doing for a number of years. And one thing I love about the whole thing, I love to talk to the kids out there. They actually have inspired me. They made me move forward. And they actually made me grow to look at a lot of different things that I haven't looked at before. I always tell everyone that even though I don't have any kids, my own personal kids, I have kids that I've been for the last 15 years. They become my kids. And I could actually call up some of these kids and some of these young adults now, not kids anymore, young adults, and says, hey, what's going on? Hey, Mr. Sam, this is what's going on. And we can bounce off stuff from each other. This is something that is lacking in the world right now. It's not how much you have or how much you have on and show out. It's how much you can actually give and actually extend your hand out and says, you know something? This is what we can do. This is how we can help folks. At MC Square, what we have actually done, we actually sort of lowered a playing field of we're in actually a division by ourselves somewhat. And it's a good thing to be, because the thing about it is a lot of people do not do what we do. You have 45 plus universities. I have actually met most of the presidents and the chancellors of most of the universities. It is still actually trying to figure out how to stop the dropout rate and truancy. And this is something that we can really do. But when it comes down to politics and money, this is something that how we take a step back. We spend billions of dollars every year on education, and we still have over 40-something% of dropout rate in Connecticut. This is something that is eluding me, that how can we be one of the top states in the United States for wealth and last in actually math and science. We had to be grandfathered in by actually Commissioner Duncan or Educational Duncan from DC to actually receive money that this state is actually lacking in of actually making kids go forward. Corruption is something that is actually killing our world within education. Why would you actually build other entities around knowing that a certain amount of population is going to fail to make money off of? This is what I don't understand. At MC Square, we don't overlook or underlook, a side look. We come right at the heart of the issue itself. We look at things in an in-depth study that we do an assessment and evaluation. We look at things, we take it around, we pull it apart and put it back together and says, how can we make this actually mousetrap better? The mousetrap has to become a unified, unisync in all of actually going forward in life. I have about a few seconds left. And this is what I'm going to say to the viewers out there. If you're looking for help, or you need my help, or you're looking for something that you got stuck in, or you're building a project, or you need something done, please give me a call or email me. Right? Access TV, we actually build this station for. This is a facts and figures actually station that you could actually call in or write in or email in, and someone at MC Square or Education One or AccessTV.org will get back to you. This is why we do what we do right now, to actually the viewer one-on-one, to give them the answers and actually taking the questions. As I say every Tuesday, if it's Tuesday, it's Education 1. Thanks for viewing in. God bless. See you on the internet.